So listen, the first way in order for you to get rid of or let go of toxic friends, and I know this could be really hard, and it's one of those things where it's hard, because if you've been friends with somebody for so many years, or maybe you grew up with them, they were your childhood best friends, and they're starting to show you signs that it's just not really, they don't really have your best interest at heart. And so the one thing you need to start to pay attention to, and one thing you can do, is take notice of how that person makes you feel. So if you're around that person and they're always making you feel like you're less than, or they're always like, you know how you've ever had a friend and you just tell them some good news. Say, for instance, you may say, I'll just use, for instance, when you're in business and you may have a business bestie, and all of a sudden you call them and you be talking to them and you be like, oh girl, I just landed this client. Oh girl, I just finished this course I did. But then their comment or their reply be, oh girl, that ain't nothing. Girl, I mean, did they really pay you that much? For them to talk to you, they paid you that much? I don't really think that's worth it. You see how that don't really make you feel good, especially being it's coming from your friend. Okay, so you need to start taking notice of people you have in your circle. If these people are not building you up, lifting you up, making you feel good about yourself. Now, here's what I would say about that. I'm not saying you looking for these people to validate you, because that's what you'll be very disappointed if you wait on other people to make you feel good about yourself. But if it's somebody that's claim they have your best interest at heart, and they look at you as you're like their sister friend or their best friend, then it's certain things they shouldn't say or shouldn't do to you, because they care about you and they want to see you win. They want to see you do good. So take inventory of how these people are making you feel. And that goes for any area of your life, whether that's romantically, whether that's friendship wise, whether that's professionally. You need to take inventory of people you have in your circle. And then you just gotta go through the list. Check it off. I mean, get a piece of paper and be like, Sally X, Johnny B, whatever. How do they make them feel? Do they make me feel good or bad? It could be as simple as that, but you need to take inventory of how that person makes you feel. Hey, you guys. I am back with another video, and today's topic is all about how to let go of toxic friends. Listen, we've all had them a time or two, and some of y'all may even have them right now, but listen, we're gonna dive into it on how you can begin the process of protecting your space, your energy, and so that you can live a more fulfilled, joyful life. So if that is something that interests you, keep on watching. And my second way of how you can begin the process of letting go of toxic friends is you got to get to a space where you say it's either my peace or them. If they are not in your life and bringing you peace and joy and happiness, if every time you around this person, they bring you a bunch of drama, a bunch of mess. And here's what I learned. Y'all know I always give y'all a real life example, because I can only give you what I've experienced. I can't really talk to you about stuff I haven't experienced. But I had this friend for years, and when I tell you, we did everything. We talked all the time. We did things together in business. We did a lot of stuff. And one thing that I didn't realize was all the information that she would feed me about her other friends. All the information that she would come back and tell me about her other friends and how their relationships and all that. And it dawned on me towards the end of this friendship that if she was telling me everybody else's business and what's going on with them, what makes me think she wasn't telling my business to them? So it didn't dawn on me until I started seeing little signs here and there. Like I would say certain things, or I would post certain things and tag this person, and I noticed all of a sudden no response. Like this person wouldn't respond to me. And I started taking notice of that, and I started saying, you know that little gut feeling inside of you that you feel like something is wrong, but you still try to shake it off because this is your friend? You have to understand your peace, you can't even put a price on that. If you're constantly worrying about a friend, whether or not they got your best interests at heart or whether or not they did this intentionally, when you start asking all them kind of questions, that's not a true friend. Because a true friend will be honest with you. A true friend would truly have your back. And then I also go so far as to say another incident was seeming like all these years that we were so-called sisters, best friends, that some of the same people that I had encountered problems with, this person was saying they was no longer talking to these people, but all in the end, it came out. The person, they never stopped talking to those people who I had run-ins with. And I know that really has nothing to do with that person, but this is your friend. This is your bestie. This is your sister friend, and whom you supposed to have her back. But come to find out, you feeding all my business to them. They know about what's going on with me. I ain't told them nothing. So you start putting two and two together, like, all of a sudden you see these people that they are not hanging with or associating with. They come in on your page. They come in on your post. You talking back to them. But if I comment, you ignore me. And I know that may sound childish, but you need to pay attention to stuff like that, because people show you how they really truly feel about you if you pay attention. Or you see them out and about and they doing things and they invite you. They don't want you there. That's how you have to look at that. You have to see things for what it truly is. And if you start paying attention to the signs, to the clues, it'll tell you what you need to know. And at this point in my life, my peace is so much better. Like, if you ain't bringing me joy, peace, and love and happiness, send back to sender. Send it back to the sender where it belongs, because I don't have time for it. I don't have time for the okie dokes. I don't have time for the drama. I love my peace too much now. I love my life too much. And I'm very, very, very strictly about who I let inside my inner space now. See, I'm not naive anymore. I'm not that girl that seeks the validation anymore. That girl gone. This a full-grown, very, very, very sure of who she is. It took some years to get here, but that's okay. Hey, everybody's journey is different. But what I'm saying to you is, don't knock the clues, you guys. Don't overlook stuff. When you see stuff and it makes you feel some type of way, pay attention to that, because that's God's trying to get your attention. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And then the third way of how you can begin to let go of toxic people is, you know, sometimes it may be harder because these may be your family members, and you can't just necessarily, you can't help who you was born into, you know, family wise. So even if it's family, you may not necessarily have to delete them from your life altogether, but you can limit your time with them. You don't have to pick up their phone calls every time they call. You don't have to go to the family reunion if you don't feel comfortable around them, and you know they're going to come with some drama, or they're going to come and make you try to feel bad about yourself. Or better yet, you got them friends or them family members that always like to throw up your past in your face. Limit your time around them. You do not have to you don't owe anybody an explanation about nothing that happened to you. You don't owe anybody any explanation. The only thing you can do is limit your time. If it's somebody that, excuse me, hold on. Oh, I was thirsty. My mouth was dry. But if it's somebody that you hang out with on a regular, instead of going out with them all the time, just limit your time with them. Maybe go out maybe once a month. You got to protect your space and your peace at all costs. And if somebody is constantly coming up in your space, making you feel less than, making you feel some type of way, or they're always looking at you when you call yourself getting cute or something like this, you going out and you excited. Maybe you just met a new man, or you just got a new business venture, or whatever the case may be, you guys. Y'all ladies, y'all know we have a lot of stuff going on. So what I'm trying to throw little examples out there. But if you got a friend and they're not happy for you, sometimes they may be secretly jealous. And that's just the honest God truth. And you may be looking like, but LaTersa, how can they be jealous of me? You'd be surprised at how people be secretly hating on you for no reason. I had to explain this to my mom. And my mom is one of the most, and I'm going to do a video with my mom about, you know, wisdoms and things she taught me as a young girl. I'm going to do that with my mom the next time I see her. But I was telling my mom, she was explaining to me some stuff that one of these particular people that she was associating with had started acting funny. And I was like, well, Mom, you've been seeing this. But because my mom is one of those devout Christian women, she tried to see the good in everybody. I said, Mom, you know, I ain't really made it there on that level where you at. I've been seeing this. She's secretly jealous of you. She probably wants your husband. I know that for a fact. And some people just jealous of you because everybody else loves you. And my mother is one of those. She's like the mother, one of the mothers in the community. So when they see my mother, when they see her, they be like, "Hi, Sister Hampton. How you doing, Miss Hampton? Or do you need some help with something?" People flock to my mama like she's some candy or something. That's how sweet of a person my mother is. And so when she was explaining that to me, I said, Mama, you know, I'm just gonna tell you what it is. Is she jealous of you? She don't like that everybody loves you. She don't like that you don't really give a hoot when she starts acting funny. You just limit your time. I told her, I said, Mom, this is what you got to do. You got to limit your time with her. When you see her, speak to her. Hey, how you doing? Have a blessed day, and keep on moving. That's somebody that you don't need in your space, because every time she come to you, it's some drama, it's some negativity. And so that's what I'm saying to you guys. You got to know what you're going to do in certain situations. If you know this person is full of drama, full of negativity, when you see them, honey, I mean, go the other way. Go the opposite way. It's like you really got to get to a place where you say it's either them or me. And at this game, at this day, at this late in this stage, I don't know if I said that right, but anyway, you get what I'm saying. At this stage of Lord, I can't get my words together. But what I'm trying to say is you should be able to make a decision at this point in your life and say, you know what? It's me. I choose me. And it is not being selfish, you guys, choosing you. I'm telling you, in order for you to live your best life, and you know that's all I talk about on this channel, living your best life, you have to let go of some people. I know you don't want to do that. I know. You've been friends. This person, y'all been friends since childhood. Listen, boo. Everybody, it can't go where you going. Everybody is not supposed to be in your life. If they were your friends in elementary school, it's okay if you let them go. You've probably outgrown the relationship. You know, that goes for any type of relationship. Sometimes you outgrow that person. That's why, especially when I say romantic relationships, if you ain't praying for your husband, oh, girl, you might want to wait and let God do the matchmaking, because I'm telling you guys, I'm only speaking from experience. When you want what you want and you do it outside of God's will, your behind, I ain't gonna say what I really want to say, your behind go through some things. And I know we all have to go through things in relationship, and you have to, you know, sometimes you have to be tested and all that. But sometimes because you went outside of God's will for this man, because I'm just speaking for me, I can't speak for you, I can't say that. So don't come at me in the comments, but I'm saying I wanted this man so bad, I was willing to do whatever. And when I say whatever, I say whatever. And it didn't go so well. It didn't go so well. And that's why I'm telling you, if you're being so quick to jump and you be like, girl, he the one, girl, he makes me feel, girl, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But if you just want to be with him because you don't want to be by yourself, or you feel, you know, you done got past the baby making stage, listen, you can't tell God how to do stuff. I don't care if you 40 and I'm about to be 43 and I told God, listen, I'll give my husband one more. But after that, I don't know about that. He may have to give him some puppies or something, because I already have two. So I can't say, you know, if he don't have kids and he want one, I can't say that I'm not going to do that, because I'll be lying, because I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing that, but just one more. That's all I can bear is one more. That's all I can do. But what I'm saying to you is, when you start trying to make relationships work and you start trying to do it at any cost, that's when you set yourself up to be in toxic relationships, have toxic people around you, because you're so desperate for love. You're so desperate for people to like you, and people see that and they will take advantage of that. So that's why I say, ladies, it's so important for you to wait. Stop trying to be seen all the time. Stop trying to make everybody like you, because here's the secret. Well, it ain't really a secret. Everybody's not going to like you. You could be the sweetest of them all. I'm telling you guys, I am one of the sweetest persons you know. And if my name could get dragged through the mud and all I put out is positivity, what makes you think they're not going to come for you? So if you seeking validation on social media, on all these platforms, you're going to get it, but you're going to get hurt in the process because you're too thirsty. You want stuff too bad. That's why sometimes it's okay for you to be by yourself. It's okay for you to have that downtime where you get to know who you are, get to know what you like, what you don't like. And so that is what I'm going to say about that, you guys, because I could go on and on, but that's what I can say about that, you guys. And then my fourth way on how you can begin to let go of toxic friends is setting new boundaries. You got to really understand, when you start to make changes in your life, not everybody gonna be happy. Because see, those people that are used to bringing you drama, those people that are used to always, you doing what they want you to do, and you start setting these new boundaries like, no, don't call me after 8 o'clock because you won't get me. You'll get my sweet little voice message. I hope it inspires you. Listen, if you stopping by my house and you ain't text or called me, you gonna get the door. You just gonna be out there knocking, and my neighbor's gonna be looking at you like, don't you see she ain't coming to the door? But that is what I'm telling you. You gotta put some boundaries in place. Like, no, you're not gonna speak that way around me. When you start putting boundaries in place, you're gonna piss some people off. But hey, I'd rather piss some people off and have peace in my life, because some people only come to you when they going through some mess. And I have family members like that. I don't hear from them until it's a mess going on. And boy, every time I pick that doggone phone up, I'll be like, why did I do that? Because now it's on my brain, because, I still have that fixer-up mentality. Like, I want to make everything better. I want to make people happy. You can't do that. And so what I've started doing, anytime I see that number roll across my phone, I'll be like, ignore. Because I know they're not calling, but nothing for some drama. They got some drama going on in their life, in their relationship. Okay, boo, talk to God about that. I can't help you. Everybody's situation is different. I learned the hard way in the past, trying to help people in their relationship, and it backfired on me. So I just keep my little happy little self over here in my little corner, and I don't do that no more. Because listen, you got to protect this. You got to protect your mental space as well as your physical space. You got to protect your heart. I'm not saying you got to close people off and all that and be really hard towards people. What I'm saying is setting those boundaries so people will know. And then when I say set boundaries, make sure you're using the word no. Stop explaining yourself 50 million times. If somebody calling you, want to borrow some money, no. You ain't got to say, well, girl, I don't have it. Girl, I got to say this for Pookie and them. Girl, I can't go because no. That's all you need to do is say no. Stop doing it. I'm telling you guys, I used to do it all the time. And it's like a little broken record. Like, if I can't do it, I just can't do it. And no, I'm not going to put myself on the back burner just to please you. I'm not doing that crap no more. I did too much of that in my past, trying to do everything to make you happy, trying to do everything so you won't be mad at me. Hell, get mad all you wanna. Listen, I'm gonna be peaceful over here. At about 6:30, I'm gonna be knocked out somewhere and happy-go-lucky, watching my little Hallmark or whatever. But just as peaceful as you know what, if you can't have peace in your own home, something wrong. You got to go back and redo that thing again. So putting those boundaries, and you even have to put boundaries with your kids. And as much as I love my babies, I love them to death. They can get the shirt off my back if they want it, if they need it. Mommy will put her life in danger to protect them. That's how much my love goes deep for my babies. But I even have to do boundaries with them because they so used to mommy saying yes. When mommy say no, they be like, Mama, I love you. Especially my daughter. She know how to, Mama, what you want me to do? You want me to rub your back? I'd be like, girl, go sit down. I said no. She She get her little attitude for a minute, but you know, she'll soon get over it. Because sometimes mommy need her space. I'm an adult. I'm an individual. Way before I ever became a mother, I still was LaTersa. And so sometimes I need my space. And so I have to set boundaries with my children. They know certain time of the night, they don't come in my room. They knock before they come in, most of the time. Like right now, I'm about to kick my baby girl out my bathroom because mommy want her own space, like share the guest bathroom. But eventually, I know she gonna still be coming in there, so it is what it is. But what I'm saying to you guys is, make sure you are setting those boundaries because it's only for the protection of yourself. And then my fifth and final tip, you guys, on how you can begin to let go of toxic friends. You got to start using that block and unfollow on social media. Listen, when I tell you guys, I have done that for the last 5 or 6 years. Listen, when you start showing me who you are and you know we don't talk in real life, don't be trying to friend me on social media. Don't be stalking me. Don't be, because I've had ex be all up on my page and I just be blocking. I mean, we ain't together no more. I don't want to see what's going on in your life. I don't care about who you with. I don't want to see none of that. And so my advice to you is, even some family members, you can't be friends with certain family on social media. You can't be friends. And I tell people all the time, listen, it is nothing wrong with you blocking people. It is nothing wrong with you having something just for you. And I even go so far as to do this at my jobs. I block people because this is my personal space. I don't need you all up in my personal space. Work is work, but my personal space is my personal space. And that's one thing that I really, really wish employers would start doing. While you're digging and searching people and researching people online, you can't believe everything you read about online, because half of that mess is a bunch of bull. And then you start assuming and making assumptions about people that you don't even know, but you reading all this garbage online. Now I understand why celebrities, some of them commit suicide, because it's like they dang if they do, dang if they don't, because they can be the sweetest person ever, but because of what's online about them, when people meet them in real life, they just assume they are like this in real life. And a lot of that mess is trash. People will drag your name in the mud. I don't care, you guys. If you don't hear nothing else I say, learn how to use that block and unfollow. It will say, sometimes you got to even get a whole new social media page just so you can make sure you are no longer associated with certain individuals. If you had run in with people, you don't need to be friends with them on social media. You don't need to be following them. If you following people on Instagram and it's making you depressed, I always tell people all the time, you get so caught up in seeing the little Instagram models and you start comparing yourself. Boo, half of them folks using Photoshops for real. And then 2, everybody got stretch marks in real life. Beyonce even got some. She just got a lot of money. She can airbrush it and make it look flawless. But everybody got stretch marks. Somebody got some roles. Everybody got some roles somewhere. So if you following all these people on Instagram, Facebook, and they making you check yourself, I'm not saying check yourself in a healthy way. I'm saying they making you doubt what everything you are as a person. That's when you know it's time for you to unfollow, block. You don't need that. If you know you are trying to eat better or eat right, you don't need to be following all these restaurants that's cooking all these cakes and stuff, because you're going to be going to Cheesecake Factory and get you a slice of cake. You see what I'm saying? If you know you are in the business and you want to be married or you want to find your husband, you shouldn't be following all these people like single moms, single women, gotta support. And this is one that really irks me. When I see single moms talking about Happy Father's Day to them, that really, come on, really? You that bitter with your father, your baby's dad or whatever, that you want to take his role? No, we have our day and let them have their day. That's it. all this bitterness, and you study following all these women with all these bitterness, and ain't no good men out there, and you asking God for a husband, that's kind of going contradiction of what you want. Why are you following this mess? Because that stuff gets in your spirit. So if you're trying to do something, but you're following all these people on social media that's the total opposite of what you want, you're not going to see that come to pass, because what you're feeding yourself is totally opposite of what you want. So listen, I hope something I said today blesses you. I hope that you've learned something. If you know somebody that needs this information, share this, you guys. Don't keep me all to yourself. Listen, I love you guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Remember, you are absolutely enough, and everything that you need is already on the inside of you. So God bless, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.